All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, for those of you who might be wondering, especially my regular viewers, listeners, and of course my watchers, um, we have definitely reached that point now where we are branding and we are really tapping into the power of our name. So from this point on, you will obviously hear me talk about being India's premier eye hypnosis coach, and there's a reason for that. One is, of course, I talk a lot about hypnosis and the power of hypnosis and how, hypnosis has been a major factor in my life and my professional growth over the last, literally the last 2 decades. And obviously, it didn't come from thin air. The previous avatar of um, what I was learning, what I was studying when we talk about, especially in the area of personal development, was NLP or neuro linguistic programming. So today, I know that when I talk about you know, me being India's premier eye hypnosis coach, I'm talking about the literally the best of, all three worlds. What do I mean by that? NLP or neuro linguistic programming, hypnosis, as well as self hypnosis. So in the coming days, you will hear a lot more, stories, a lot more focus on the work that I'm doing to be able to get more people to experience the power of our minds, the power of our language, and how by making just a few adjustments, you can see massive changes in your life. You can, especially as digital coaches, you can, tap into what you already know in the context of your core, subject matter, and how you can use the power of eye hypnosis to be able to really change the course of your business. So it's not just empty words, as I'm sure you'll see in the coming days, in the coming months, especially in this year. So, stay tuned for updates. And having said all of that, of course, as I am, reflecting on today's pod or the podcast title, the what inspired today's pod. It's all about literally these tipping points, and no surprise that I'm talking about, the moment here where from this point on, I will be referring to whatever we do within the frame of eye hypnosis. So let's, really dig into this, and especially as digital coaches and healers, the question to you is, how should and why should this matter? The question isn't so much as why should it matter, in as much as asking the question, what are, what is that tipping point that you're experiencing right now in your life? Or what have you recently experienced that's been a tipping point in your life? For me to get to this point, I know that that decision that I made literally, a year and a half ago, to make it a point to show up every day and to do these live. Earlier, it used to be, of course, just Facebook Lives, but it has grown in leaps and bounds since then. So my question to you is this: as especially as a digital coach, and of course as a as a healer, what is it that you have chosen to do that has been the tipping point in your business, that has been the tipping point in your life? I'd love to hear your stories, because I know that there's a lot of power in your stories, and this can also inspire other people. In fact, today we just wrapped up the second podcast in the eye hypnosis coaching journeys. As the name suggests, this is a podcast dedicated to and for digital coaches and healers. And my intention is to find some of the best who are out there. These are obviously digital coaches who either been on the journey for a very long time, or who have just stepped into the space of becoming um, coaches in their own right, branding themselves in their own right. And I really do look forward to hearing their stories in the coming weeks. This is, of course, a twice a week podcast, so I'm looking forward to hearing more of their stories and, of course, sharing them with you as the days go by. So, keeping all of this in mind, I really do look forward to hearing from you. What are some of your, or what's that one tipping point that you experienced recently, and how is that changing the course of your life? Now, in spite of, or having said all of this, if you are a digital coach and a healer, and right now you're experiencing a state of stuckness, maybe things aren't going as you had intended, as you had hoped for, please reach out. And that's, like I keep reminding you, and I'll say it again, that really is the reason why I make it a point to show up and do these daily lives, these daily podcasts, as a reminder that you're not alone. And if there's any way in which I can help you, definitely reach out and let me know. I look forward to seeing you in future podcasts. And of course, as always, remember to live with purpose. See you in the next one. God bless and have a wonderful week ahead.